Hello, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us live at Planet Ice Altrincham for tonight's Elite League matchup between the Go Goodwin sponsored Manchester Storm and the Fife Flyers. Well, let's have a look at tonight's visitors. The Fife Flyers, they're currently sitting 4th position in the Elite League, 6 points behind 3rd place Nottingham Panthers. That said, though, they do have 5 games in hand on them. Injuries have blighted the Fife Flyers over the last few months, but they have started to get bodies back in the lineup. So looking at the Manchester Storm, well, they've had a tough schedule over the festive period. 15 consecutive games against the big budget sides, the likes of Nottingham, Glasgow, Cardiff, Belfast and Sheffield, and they came out on the other side with an overall record of 8 wins, 7 losses. They lost a very close game in Cardiff last Saturday, but managed to bounce back and beat the Nottingham Panthers in overtime 4-3 here last Sunday. Manchester Storm were in action against the Panthers once again last night, shutting them out in their own barn 3-0. Forward Kieran Long opening the scoring, whilst defenceman Dallas Earhart claimed 2 markers. One a snipe on the power play midway through the 3rd period, and the other an empty net goal with 20 seconds remaining as the Panthers tried in vain to get on the scoreboard. It was also Matt Ginn's first shutout for the Manchester Storm. Well, the Storm have struggled for some consistency all season, and they'll be desperate to keep the winning form going for as long as possible to climb the Elite League table, as although they are currently sat in 10th place, there is only 5 points separating them from the clan in 5th. Right, we're underway in the first period in what promises to be another tight affair between these two teams. Normally just a goal or two in it, quite evenly matched. An early shot by the Flames on Matt Ginn, but it goes wide. Storm exiting the zone, trying to put an attack of their own together. Of course, Manchester Storm winning 3-0 last night in Nottingham. Flyers eventually overcoming the MK Lightning in overtime. Puck turned over in the neutral zone. Mike Hammond enters the Flyers zone under a bit of pressure, tries to play that behind the back of the net. It's done well. Shane Owen sees it though, and the Flyers go on a counter-attack. And Springer under a bit of pressure, but manages to get it across to Dallas Earhart, who plays it forward to Luke Moffat. Checks back. Nothing cohesive from both sides in the opening couple of minutes. Oh, nice pass forward for the Flyers now. Big shot. King just gets a glove on it. Chance again by the Flyers now. Pad save this time by Matt Ginn. Couple of important stops there, Shane.
Yeah, a really good shift by Goche on the Fife there. He had a nice shot there and also set up that other opportunity.
Fife with a couple of chances there, certainly the best ones in the game. We got a holding the stick call on the Manchester Storm. His chance, Braid will go and sit for 2 minutes. Crowder just lost sight of that. Managed to keep it in. Didn't go over the blue paint. Finucci over to Crowder. Back to Finucci. Wide space from the blue. Big shot. Once again saved by Ginn. There's a delay call again. There's a cross check. That play's blown up. A couple of good opportunities there for Fife. Another big draw won by the Storm. And fired up the ice. Shaving precious seconds. Fife come into the zone, but it's a Storm player first to the puck. They try to clear, but it's only right out in front. That shot intercepted on its way through. Being played around Bulmer now. Takes his time, decides to go behind the net. Comes back to Bulmer. Locked up a couple of goals lately. Wide open chance for the Flyers is put in the back of the net with just 4 seconds left on the original penalty. So Fife will stay on the power play for another 1 minute 10 seconds. Just moving that puck around to the back door there, and Not a lot Matt Genn can do with that, is there, Shane?
No, that was a really nice pass made to the back door, and the guy got it away quickly. Really dangerous, tough start to the game, going down 5-on-3, but Fife takes advantage on the power play.
Dumped in, Matt Genn meets that, plays that one around the boards, comes off the skates of Mike Hammond, and the Flyers have possession to the blue line. Good interception there by Kieran Long. See Storm get it back in the Flyers zone. Just loses his foot in there, but back to the blue line. Chance for the Storm, shot in. Shane Owen did well there. Played around, but only as far as that blue line with Springer. It just bobbles, fortunately for the Flyers. They haven't cleared though. Storm working well to win that puck back. They do. Golden opportunity now. Right across an open net. Scored by the Manchester Storm. All from some good work up against the boards there, Shane.
Yeah, Mike Hammond making a nice little move there, finding Longer, and Longer with some patience finds Dallas, and Dallas puts it in the open net.
Yeah, Fife not just managing to clear the zone there, and Manchester Storm hit back. We've got some scores elsewhere I'll keep you up to date on. Glasgow are currently leading the Lightning 5-2. Dundee beating Sheffield 2-0. And there's Fife coming again, collect the puck on the Zamboni doors. And Storm with a nice quick counter-attack. Luke Moffat now, nice little play between the defender's legs. There's a delay call. Referee's arms up. Looks like the Manchester Storm will go on the power play. Kieran Long in the draw for the Manchester Storm. A bit of a messy draw, but the Storm have the puck still. 1:25 to go on the penalty. Still Storm have possession. Being pegged more to that left-hand side. Storm's goal scorer Dallas Earhart now on the right-hand side. It's his time. Shot in. Two players out in front for the Manchester Storm trying to collect the rebounds. But comes out to a Fife Flyers player and it's cleared. In the middle, but that puck just slowing down at an important moment. Some good energy by the Manchester Storm on this power play. And another good stop by Shane Owen. Storm managing to keep that puck in the zone. Still, Poulin. 10 seconds left. It's out in front. Flyers not clearing the zone. Could be costly. Dying seconds of the power play now. And that one just slips past the Manchester Storm. Just evades Harrison Rock there on the blue line. Storm choose to dump and change. Gives the Flyers a bit of space to skate into. Played around the boards. Only as far as Richardson though, who just lets that one roll for Hammond. Hammond back to Poulin and it's a goal! High glove side by Poulin. There's a good breakout that, Shane. You just see Richardson play that one off to Hammond. Hammond takes all the time in the world and Poulin's got plenty of time to pick his spot.
Yeah, just like you said, great play by Evan Richardson in his own zone, just making a nice wall play, and that allows the whole rush to happen. And Mike Hammond having that much time offensively is always dangerous. Finds Poulin and he goes top shelf.
So draw just in front of Fife Flyers blue line. Sees them win it. No real urgency from the Flyers to go on a counter-attack, instead choosing to take the time and pick out a pass as Basara's nailed by his former teammate Harrison Rupp up against the glass. And a backhand dump in by Moffat almost causes a bit of trouble as Linsmeyer tries to put it into the pads of Owen, but Flyers survive and clear the zone. It's Storm back on the attack though. There's Rob Linsmeyer. It's around to Moffat. Moffat has a bit of space out in front if he can just collect his foot in. Manchester Storm doing well again. High energy, keeping this puck in the Flyers zone. There's a chance. Big shot from the blue line. Just wide. Still Manchester Storm keeping possession in the Flyers' end. Here's Dallas Earhart for his second. Just scoops that one up over Shane Owen's net. Flyers on the heels at the moment. Few frustrated shouts from their fans. There's about 30 or so fans made it down. Long way to come on a Sunday. Still the Storm have a chance. Right out in front. First to the rebounds as well. Certainly the team in the ascendancy at the moment. Storm fans getting behind their team. Out in front, and all the time in the world to have 1-2 bites of the cherry. Manchester Storm go 3 goals to 1 up. Watch the replay here. The energy seems to have zapped out of the Fife Flyers team. Draw won by the Storm, but good pressure by the Flyers. Sees them have the puck. No one out in front for the Flyers at the moment. Doing well just to keep hold of that puck. It's Bulmer for the Flyers, but eventually the Manchester Storm managed to muscle them off the puck. Harrison Rock choosing to play one round the boards for his captain to try and pick up. It's the Flyers that collect it though. Just can't put an attack together. Turn it over for the Manchester Storm. With a tight play on this small ring by the Storm gives him another chance on Shane Owen's net. Goes wide though. Up to the last 20 seconds, it's the Manchester Storm that are in possession in the Flyers zone. Dallas Earhart going round the back, trying a cheeky little backhander towards Shane Owen's net. Final 10 seconds. Flyers have a chance to clear the zone. They go on the attack. A few seconds left. They're not going to get the shot away, so Manchester Storm are going to go into this first intermission. There's a little bit of handbags between, I think it's Chance Braid for the Manchester Storm, and can't quite make out who the Flyers player is at the moment. Just having a few words after the buzzer. And as we start the second period, Manchester Storm leading 3 goals to 1. And it's the Storm with the puck, played forward by Stadel. All Kieran Long can do is just touch it on. Big shot from the blue again, and Shane Owen trapping that one down. Being pinned up against the boards. Manchester Storm trying to muscle the puck off them. They do eventually, and it's the Storm that go on the attack. Here's Luke Moffat, uses the defender as a screen out in front, and Shane Owen's down under his own defenseman, but Storm can't put it in the yawning cage. Isaacs plays that forward on the left, and Flyers decide to dump and chase. Chance for the Manchester Storm now. Dane Byers and Rob Linsmeyer trying to muscle that puck out for the Manchester Storm. And as McKenzie come away with it, there's a delayed call, possibly on McKenzie, but Manchester Storm will be going on the power play as soon as the Flyers touch this puck. Manchester Storm can't afford to rest on the laurels. Chance for the Flyers now, 1-on-1. And Ginn just shuts the door as they try to go 5-hole on him. Well, should be a wake-up call for the Storm. It's not going to go all their way this evening. Can't afford to take the foot off the pedal. Luke Moffat now plays that back to the blue. Chance in, rebounds out in front. Moffat tries to get it, and Owen seems to just grab hold of his leg. The Storm fans saw that, but the officials not having any of it. Hammond out in front, but his little chip forwards well over the bar. Storm do well to keep it in though. Played out in front. Luke Moffat somehow just not getting the contact needed on that puck. Fortune rather than anything. Luke Moffat will be kicking himself a bit with that, but the game carries on. 13 minutes or so to go in this second period. Flyers have a bit of room to skate into. We know they're dangerous when they get space, and it's a goal for the Flyers. We were just saying that they seem to be inching the way into this game, and they're dangerous when they find some space. You see that shot there being Matt Ginn, so the Flyers find the way back into this game short-handed. Stoffler chooses to carry it out himself. Moffat robs his pocket though. It's a chance out in front. Pulls it back, shot in. Doesn't get through to Owen though. Takes a deflection. Plenty of space up for the Flyers now. Sneaking in on the blind side of the Manchester Storm. There's a tripping penalty coming. There's an interference. Not sure what the referee penalising the Storm there. And here come the Flyers. Final 20 seconds of the penalty. Storm pick up on that loose puck and bat it down the other end of the ice. It's again the penalty kill unit of the Manchester Storm. It's high energy, high pressing. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Storm back full strength. That puck played forward, catches Byers in the air, and he scores! Well, a great finish there by Byers, and also a great way of retrieving the puck with the side of his head as that puck comes out of the zone there. See, it hits him on the side of the helmet, skates in and just whips that one past Shane Owen.
Yeah, I love that by Dane Byers. I think we kind of needed that goal. We were kind of losing control that period, and Dane comes in, shooter's mentality, and puts it home.
Yeah, you see that puck stuck in the net in there. He fired one in a month or so ago, didn't he? It went actually straight through the netting, so once again another hard shot. Fife collecting the puck in their own zone. Stoffler plays it back to his D partner. Comes across, Finnerty. Skillful little player, but he's dispossessed by Kieran Long. Long plays it forward to Richardson. Richardson backhands it to Hammond. Shane Owen lost sight of that puck. He's not the only one. I lost the track of where it had gone also. Crowder now trying to muscle his way in front of the Manchester Storm net, and a great save by Matt Ginn getting across to that far post, Shane, trapping it under his pads.
Yeah, that was a huge save. It almost squeezed through his legs, but he tightened them up and squeezed it against the ice to stop it from going in the net.
Well, 1:13 to go in this second period. And Shaber up against Auger in the draw. It's the Flyers that come out with it. Played forward. Flyers go on the attack. Choose to dump that puck in. Springer tries to backhand that out. It pops out in front, but there's only Storm players there to collect it. Storm are offside at the moment, but it's the Flyers that play it in. Stoffler under pressure, just loses that puck. No real danger though. As Flyers regroup in the zone and look to go on an attack in the final few seconds of this second period. 30 seconds left. Still plenty of time for the Flyers to set up and try and cause the Manchester Storm some problems. Storm players lost a stick there. That one's up and into the boards. Storm will do well just to get that one over the blue line, which they do. 15 seconds left to go. Can they put an attack on? There's an infringement there. There's a tripping call, no doubt. Management not happy with the Flyers. It's one warning. Here's one by the Storm. They need to get the shot away before the buzzer. Hart puts it in, Long puts it in, and it's a nice low save by Shane Owen. So your thoughts on that second period, Shane?
Again, I thought we had a little bit of a slow start. We were talking about it. It was a little bit of a kind of sloppy hockey, but I think towards the end there, we kind of simplified things, got back to just a couple hard-working shifts, and hopefully we can carry that momentum on into the third period.
So the Storm will be starting on the power play. They certainly want to do it a bit brighter than they did in the second period. Crowd getting right behind the team. And as Luke Moppet skates into the centre circle and wins the draw, Dallas Earhart looking to pick out a pass. He goes up the boards to Kieran Long. Kieran Long skates towards net. Keeps hold of the puck. Looking to set up, of course, as we said, on the power play. 1:40 to go. Storm just taking the time. Really pulling Fife around much. Fife will be happy if Storm keep it there all night. Storm regain it. Can't really get that pass across on the blue. He does eventually. Hammond plays it across, out in front and scores. A very, very patient play by the Manchester Storm there, Shane.
They kept it on the perimeter and kind of waited for their opportunity, and sure enough, Dallas Earhart scores again. He's been hot lately.
Yeah, there's a good fast pass from, I think it was Hammond on the blue line to Earhart, and he just picks his spot, and it's the Storm that get the early goal in the third period. Farmer plays that one forwards to McMillan. Chance now, surely that's a tripping call. Do you think there's no penalty shot, so it's Chance Braid. Collects the puck, he's out in front, he tries to keep that one low on Owen. There's a loose puck out in front, and eventually we get the whistle blown for tripping on the Fife Flyers. And I thought he was going to put his arms above his head for a penalty shot for a minute there, Shane.
Yeah, I thought there was a chance for that too, but I think we'll settle for a nice 2-minute power play and try to build on this lead.
Yeah, I'm sure Manchester Storm will want to do the same as they did at the start of this period. 6 seconds to go on the penalty. 13:04 to go in the third period. Met on the blue by Poulan. He plays it forward. Some good work by Manchester Storm, wins it back. Fife don't clear the lines. Moving dangerously. Manchester Storm can eke this one. The thought game over. But nope, Shane Owens equal to that. Just can't sneak it past him. Right, again, letting everyone know the penalty's expired. But still Storm have possession. Now in front and it's in! That was some great work there at the dying moments of that penalty. And they just kept possession and kept chipping away and got the goal, Shane.
Yeah, I think Evan Richardson kind of took a sneaky shot from the corner, and Oj got a piece of it to tip it home. A real tough save to make for Owen there, and Oj with his second of the game.
Well, Manchester Storm extend their lead now, 6-2. Plenty of space in front. Chance right out in front, chooses to shoot though. A golden opportunity for a pass out in front in there, but you can forgive him for having a go with 4-goal cushion. Lyndon Springer picking that one up just in front of his blue line. Backhanding it in for Chance Braid to chase. Owen rims that one around the boards. Shane Owen having a good game tonight despite shipping 6 goals, Shane.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's been really busy tonight and has come up with some big saves, but unfortunately also 6 have come by him.
There's a penalty coming, there's a hooking call. It'll be against the Manchester Storm. Here come the Flyers. They do have some speed and skill at getting into the zone 5, but just not shown enough of it this evening. Chance out in front. That game comes right to the edge of his area, and somehow that doesn't go in. Sprawling along the edge of his crease there, Shane. I don't know how he kept it out.
We've seen a lot of that tonight, and somehow Ginner still finds a way to keep this out of his net.
Well, 1:15 to go on the penalty. They win the draw. Thinks about a shot, instead comes in right out in front, and a goal by the Fife Flyers. Good little play there, right out in front. Too much room from a Manchester Storm perspective, but the Flyers get a goal back. 6-3 now. Just finds himself wide open there.
Yeah, you can't leave Gauthier with that much time in the slot like that. He's not going to miss from there.
Time's ticking away. 9 minutes 40 to go in the third period. Storm nick the puck, put it straight in on Owen. Let's say pops out, but gives Fife a chance to collect the puck. A little bit messy, but this will suit the Manchester Storm. Backhand opportunity right out in front. Owen doing well again to keep the Manchester Storm at bay. This time it's Springer going for escape, being kept on his backhand all the way around the net. Well done by the Fife Flyers player there. But it is the Storm still with possession. Takes his time for a shot. Bit of messy hockey out there at the moment by both lines. Both teams rather make a change, but the opportunity not arising, or every opportunity they get, as you'd expect. Ropp under pressure across the Stadel. Flyers playing with two players high, pressing the Manchester Storm to turn over the puck. Chance out in front. Basara tries to eke that one across, but it's intercepted by a combination of Byers and Lindsmeyer. Moffat keeps hold of that well. It's out a good pass and out in front. Very clever play there by Moffat. Does well to keep it behind the Flyers' net. Gives it to Byers. Byers just puts it straight back in, and Lindsmeyer was waiting there outside of Shane Owen's crease. I think Shane Owen just loses sight of it and it ekes past him.
Yeah, really nice tip by Rob Lindsmeyer. I love seeing him get rewarded. He's been having a heck of a game. He's been working hard tonight, and this line of Moff, Byers and Lindsmeyer is always dangerous.
Seem to turn their fortunes around. They're now 4-2 up against the Cardiff Devils. A little bit of a slump at the moment, the Nottingham Panthers, but that one's in a breaking play. I think it's a late face-off out there. Stadel plays it up the wing towards Kieran Long. He just chooses to dump that in. And back come the Flyers in the final 4 minutes of the third period. Ginn keeps that puck moving. Cazzola back to his blue line. Shot in. Ginn sees it. He's at the edge of his area again. I say area, it's not football, so it's the edge of his crease. Good of now. He'll eke his way back into the game. Oh, another call. There's a coming together. He's going to call tripping. Well, then what have Fife got left in the locker? 40 seconds to go on the penalty. 2 minutes to go in the period. And they peg back Manchester Storm even more. Kept in at the blue. Crowder shot. Saved by Ginn. Lindsmeyer tries to rim that one round the boards. It takes a bit of a bobble. Fife still have it. Chance right out in front, but just decides to play it into Finucci on the left-hand side. Once again, they go the other side. Moving it well, really well left to right, Shane.
You can really see Paul Crowder's skill here on this power play.
Chance from the blue. Back to Crowder. Crowder's shot and goal. Great finish. We pretty much called that one before it happened.
Yeah, I've been playing against Paul Crowder for a few years now, and him on the half wall, he's a tough player to play against, and you saw the skill throughout that power play.
Yeah, Matt Ginn not happy there. You see, with just 7 seconds left to go, it was a good finish. The Flyers do peg one back. 1:27 to go. 7-4 the scoreline. It'll be an interesting closing minutes here. Manchester Storm have to finish the business off. Trying to play that one out in front. It's a bobbling puck towards the blue line. It crosses, but Fife pick it up in the neutral zone. Physical play by the Manchester Storm. Basara can't make that puck stick. Plays it round. Kieran Long, plenty of time. Choose what he wants to do with it. Gets to the red line and dumps it in. Storm chasing that dump in. 40 seconds left to go in the game. They'll be wanting to try and keep that puck up there. Dying moments. They have possession. Mike Hammond, 30 seconds to go in the third period. Barmer tries to bang that one off the boards, but it gets caught up in his feet. Logan McMillan wins that back, and I think Basara's going to get a slashing penalty here. A little bit of handbags with Barmer. It is a 2-minute slashing penalty against the Fife Flyers, but with 18 seconds to go in the third period and the deficit as it is, you'd thought Stone will just keep hold of this puck now. As the fans in the building are on the feet, they've been treated today. Really good game of hockey as we expected, but Manchester Storm capitalising on their opportunities more than the Fife Flyers, and a great game there. Manchester Storm take the 2 points and move on up the Elite League table. With that result happening in Dundee, they overtake the Sheffield Steelers.
So Todd going down 7-4 tonight against the Manchester Storm. It's going to be a tough one to take, especially after taking a lead so early on the power play.
Yeah, and I think that anybody who watches our team on a consistent basis knows that this is something that we've been struggling with over the course of this season, and really I think it's down to consistency issues. And in the first 10 minutes of that hockey game, completely fine. We have Manchester under pressure. We take an early lead. With our skating, we're drawing penalties, and then all of a sudden, it's a term we've been using lately, is just mismanagement of the puck. Guys get off on their own page for a second, and then it changes the whole flow of the game. We don't get a puck out, it's in the back of our net.
So Ryan, big victory here tonight that sees us move above Sheffield Steelers in the table, but wasn't always going our way. Early on, 5-on-3 by the Fife Flyers, saw them take a lead, but Storm showing great intensity to get back in the game.
Yeah, I think they got off to a good start. We gave them a 5-on-3 and they capitalized, and but we've been responding pretty good lately. Like I really like the way we respond to anything negative. We get scored on, we seem to get better, and guys stepped it up. I thought we had a real good first period, probably one of the best first periods we had all year.